So I'm here at Long Beach, and I've photographed several shots of some items arranged in kind of an interesting way. Now, what is your name, young man?
David.
David what?
Palos. P-A-L-O-S.
And David, now I understand that you're here at Long Beach because you are you make unique furniture. Is that what you do?
Yes.
Can you tell me something about the furniture that you make? What sort of materials that you use?
A lot of it's found objects. We go from back east. We find stuff, and a lot of it's from like machine shops, factories. We also build stuff from like parts that we find. Like we build like dining tables, coffee, like islands for kitchens.
So this would be an example of the kind of thing that you would make?
Yeah, we add, like, this was just the wood add. That was built like completely from the ground up.
I see. So how much would this cost, for example?
This piece is $500.
$500 for this one, and how much for this?
$380.
So $380.
Yeah.
And so with this is something you have in your kitchen, and you can wheel it around, put it wherever you want, and cut your meat or whatever.
Yeah. Or and even a lot of it's for store displays, retail. Yeah.
And is this an example of something that you created as well?
This is original, found.
So that was found that way?
Yes.
And how long have you been doing this?
2 years.
2 years.
Yes.
And what were you doing before?
I was a painter.
You were a painter?
Yeah.
When you say a painter, were you a house painter or did you paint with oils and things like that?
Commercial painter.
So what made you decide to plunge into using your artistic talents like this?
I went to a flea market, and then once I went to my first flea market, and then
what flea market was that? What was the name of it?
The Rose Bowl.
Okay, so you went to the Rose Bowl. This was a couple years ago?
Yes.
So you went to the Rose Bowl and you walked around, you looked at the stuff, and you got inspired?
By just the flea markets that I can and antiques, I guess.
And then you decided
I started buying and selling little things.
But when did you decide to sort of put these objects together in such a way where they would become something new? Do you remember what was the first one that you did?
The first piece, not really, no.
Do you remember one of the more interesting or bizarre things that you've put together?
More recently, I guess, like, actually, I don't know if they're any bizarre. They're all functional, pretty much.
I understand.
So none of it's really bizarre. Some of it's like weird because I like it. Like, for instance, like I really like stuff like this, like really beat up and dirty. I just like the way it looks.
Sure.
I just like looking at it. So
and I see you have several things like
that's
that.
That's all I bought. Yeah. Like this, some people would say like, why do you have that? I just like, I don't know, I just love
So is this something to wear, or do you see it as a piece of art?
But most of it's not wearable.
So what would they do with something like this? Just
use it for like design, like designers would buy it just for the look and not like, inspiring.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, that's fantastic. And do you have a website or something? And very slowly, what is it?
Ironsandduck.com.
Ironsandduck.com.
Yes.
Now everything is spelled there straightforward. Duck is like the things that quack.
Yeah. Irons,
Great.
plural, A-N-D-D-U-C-K.
Do you have a card by chance?
Yes.